Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. We've just turned good afternoon. So I hope you're having a good Saturday and a great Geeks 19 last day today. So I hope you're catching all the good fun there and all the live shows are free. So take advantage of that and enjoy all the presentations. You are with Rochelle Laird-Smith at Stamping Flair, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne. Thank you to those of you who do watch me regularly on my Facebook page and on YouTube. I value everyone who takes time to watch, share, comment, and interact with me. That is really helpful, and it gives me crafting because without you, there's it's hard to have the lives and continue crafting. So I do enjoy my crafting though, but it's nice when I have someone to craft with. I'm just making sure I am going live in the right place and not somewhere else as well. But if you're watching with me, please say hello and let me know what you're doing today and where you're watching from. If you're watching on YouTube as well and on replay, um, please ask any questions, chat with me, and I always go back and answer and check anything that you have asked me. If you're new and haven't met me before, I have been with Stampin' Up for 9 years. This is my name is Rochelle, and I probably placed a couple of orders, maybe one, I think, and then I started thinking about joining because I got a catalog and I thought, oh, I like too much, and then I did a bit of inquiring, and then I thought, oh, I wonder whether I should. It's a bit dodgy, and then I joined, and then after about 2 years, I was asked by my colleagues at work to run a class, and because I took some Christmas cards in, and they said, "Oh, Rochelle, you should teach us," and that was my first class. A few colleagues came home, and I ran a class. In my day job, I work in school administration, so Stamping Up is my second job, which I do. I work in school administration 4 days a week. So I'm currently on school holidays, and so I go back on Monday. Have had a nice long holiday. So this is Stamping Up is a nice relaxation for me to come back home to. I don't feel like I'm doing a job. I am actually crafting and sharing my love of crafting with you. And it really brings me lots of joy when I'm feeling a bit down. It really lifts me up to craft. So today my card I'm sharing with you is using the Garden Meadow bundle. Now the Garden Meadow bundle you will not find in a catalog. We have 3 catalogs a year. We have a big catalog that comes out in April, so that's our annual catalog, and then we have a couple of mini catalogs. Although they're called mini, they're not really mini, there's a lot in there. Garden Meadow bundle is an online exclusive product. So 3 times a year we have some online exclusive products that come out into our online store, and they can be viewed online. You can, however, order them either online or through me, so you don't have to specifically order them online. And this one is really, really nice. I love the images. There's some designer series paper that goes with it, and some coordinating embellishments as well. I am not using the designer series paper that goes with it. I'm going to be using the Flight and Airy designer series paper today. This paper is a freebie you can earn with Sale-A-Bration. I'm going to show you the stamp set, and I'm also going to give you a sneak peek of my online class in the mail, so which I send out monthly, and that features the Garden Meadow class bundle. So this is the stamp set, and it's got the actual dies have a whole host of extra dies. I'm just showing you, like, you've got these image, this has a die, but it's also got a separate fence, and like, we just want to show you. Then there's this window. All these images have dies. Then he's got some additional like grass images and things to cut out. So it's a real bumper kind of set of dies. Now, to show you the cards that you will be getting in my online or class. So it's a class in the mail where I mail you out a kit to create the cards. Now, you don't get stamped images because we are not allowed to actually send you the stamped images, but if you have the Garden Meadow bundle, you can use that. You can substitute with any products you have. You can substitute with the stamps you have, right? Or ink colors or whatever. So in your kit, you're going to get, you have three options. The last option is a PDF only tutorial, and that is available for purchase at like worldwide. The kits I can only send within Australia. But the PDF is available for $16, and that's 4 PDF tutorials. Option 1 gives you half a pack of 12 by 12 designer series paper. So that's in a pack of 12 by 12 is 12 sheets. But you'll get, I'll cut it in half and you'll get half a pack. You'll get a full roll of ribbon, a full pack of embellishments. You'll get the PDF tutorial, which is valued at $16. And that price of $57 includes the Australia postage to send it to you, track postage. Right? That's around $11 in itself. So that's the $57. The option 2 includes everything that's in option 1, plus the Garden Meadow bundle 94, which is $94.50. But I am discounting that even further, so you can only pay $140 on that. So that's a discounted price, which includes the bundle plus everything in that option 1. So the class, these are the cards you will get to make, and you will get all the instructions. There are detailed photos. There's all the measurements in imperial and metric, so you can work with whatever's you're comfortable with. So this is one of the cards. So the 4 cards I'm showing you, plus you'll have heaps of designer series papers, your embellishments, ribbons. So if you want to continue making them, you can make some more. But I will provide you with the cardstock to cut all this, right, and stamp. You're getting all that, and any auxiliary like pieces like that emboss panel, I will emboss it and give it to you, so you don't have to worry about that. And like the back, any cardstock and things like that, you'll get a full roll of that ribbon. And I said, don't worry with the flowers, the blends I've used, you can substitute that. That die cut you'll get, the emboss panel you'll get, all that, the card bases, and you'll get all the envelopes as well. So those are your 4 cards, which is the Garden Meadow bundle. The class registration closes on the 5th of Feb by memory, which is a Monday, so I'll give you a little bit of time, but you can, I've got the registration details there over there, but if you hop onto my blog, you will get the registration details for that. Okay, so I really love this, the wheelbarrow in this. So we are going to be using the wheelbarrow, and that's going to be my focal image today. I'm also using, I was determined to use during gigs this free as a bird Flight and Airy designer series paper. Free as a bird was a stamp set we had ages ago, because I kept using the other side. I thought, no, I'm going to use that. So I'm using Early Espresso as my color to stamp in. Now Tuxedo Black would work. Sometimes if I want a more not so stark image, I will use a brown, or I would use gray, basic gray. I also sometimes use like your Pebble Path would be good. It's just if you don't want that starkness of black. So I'm going to stamp that just there. And then we're going to color this image with a range of stamping blends. Now don't worry if you don't have these colors. I mean, if you like them, you can get them, but if you don't have them, don't worry. I have picked my colors according to the designer series paper. I kind of tone it in with that if I can. Sometimes I don't, but it just helps if you have a designer series paper to work with. So I'm picking a Pool Party. So I first, like how I first chose this, I went, okay, Lost Lagoon is there. And then I need a second blending color, which would be tonal, which would be Pool Party. So that's my first colors for my wheelbarrow, for the body part, okay? So I'm going to start with the dark and just under that, under the flowers, so which is shaded. I'm gonna go like where there's a bit of shadow with the dark Lost Lagoon. And I'll bring that in a little bit there. I'm also going a bit there on that, see the top section. Now I'll bring my light Lost Lagoon. And I'm gonna go over those areas I've colored while I bring that color down. Gonna switch to my broad tip or the brush tip now that I've gone through my edges. Next I'm gonna bring in dark Pool Party, so I have a blend color there, so for some shading, and I will shade over that Lost Lagoon. And I'll just, for that edge bit, I'm going to go over with a bit of light so that you see that color getting in there. I'm going to go back with my light Lost Lagoon. And with the brush tip. With stamping blends, it will continue working for a little while, like in the sense the colors will keep blending. This is light Pool Party. And I do want to bring in a bit more light Lost Lagoon here. And the brush tip will blend, will smoothen out those lines. So just follow the mark, sort of the direction of that. So I've just done a bit of a blend, and I will go back in with my dark because I want a little bit more depth there. So the more you go over it, it's going to get darker. Now we're just going to go in there, the top, the edge. With the light Lost Lagoon. So it's just in between. And as I'm getting in there, I'm going to add some dark Pool Party. It's more, I'm going that the light's hitting it from this side and around there. And I will add a bit of, I just had to check light Lost Lagoon there. Just on the bottom. All right. So that's that one. So on the handle, I'm going with light up the top, light Lost Lagoon, and dark, just a dark at the bottom. We may do a little more with that Lost Lagoon, but for now, that's that. For the flowers, I have got Flirty Flamingo. Sorry, I'll move my camera a bit because it's a little bit out, isn't it? And Lemon Lolly. Fix that up. That's better. So I'm just doing a sort of a variety of colors there. So with light Flirty Flamingo, just a random sort of mix. Then I'll go with light Lemon Lolly. So I tried to pick in each color some at the front, and you'll get some together, clustered together. Just do a bit there. I meant to do pink and I picked the yellow. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go in with dark Flirty Flamingo and just add some little shading. And I might just change it up to my original. I have a card in front of me. I haven't shown you. But because I did one dark, it's just going to change that a bit. So we'll go in with the light, and I'm just blending that out. Starting it. And I will go in back in with light Lemon Lolly. Just going to give you an orangey tinge in that center. Now I'm going to go back in with my light Pool Party and my light Lost Lagoon. Oh, sorry, light Lost Lagoon. Just for those flowers in the back. It's the same color as the wheelbarrows, but it's just so that I'm not bringing in heaps of different colors, and it's sort of keeping it the same tones. And it's at the back, so it's not going to be too blendy. I'm not following these lines, I'm just going whatever, yeah. Now with the light Lost Lagoon, I'm just going to dot, like just sort of to add some shading at the base here and there. And just at the base here. Go back in with light, Pool Party. For the leaves, I'm picking up on the DSP where it's got some, it looks a little bit, I think it's garden green, but it has that Flirty Flamingo. I'm going Flirty Flamingo and, no, it is not Flirty Flamingo, Soft Sea Foam. This is Flirty Flamingo and Old Olive. So I will do some light Flirty Flamingo. Why am I saying Flirty Flamingo? Soft Sea Foam. Goodness, I've got Flirty Flamingo on the brain. You could do Flirty Flamingo leaves on something, but I don't think it'll suit this card. If you can have black leaves, why can't you have Flirty Flamingo leaves? But strange. I don't know what's wrong with me. Light Old Olive. Just going in on the vein of the flower, of the leaf. Man, I'm having a good day. And dark Soft Sea Foam. We are going to go with that. Now I am just pushing that color in to the center because those leaves are kind of, some of them are not complete, and I just want that color to go in there. So now I'm just going to fill in some of that gaps there with light Soft Sea Foam. So there is a finish there with the within that wheelbarrow. You could even do some brown if you wanted, like a brown tones, some dirt, depends. It's like a little yellow flower there, I think. It's just a bit of touch of yellow. But it just gives fullness when you finish it up. So I'm going to bring in the light Old Olive and add a bit of depth in there. Drag that in, pull those colors right through. Can you see that? It just finishes it off when you do that. Now that wheelbarrow, I wanted to go straight like through that, finish it. So I'm just pulling that edge in. And for this wheel, I am using grey granite. Which is that. And then I've got pebbled part for the rest of it, which for the metal part, right? So to make your life easy, you can label yours. I label my natural tones. I haven't labeled these because I take photos and I don't want my big Dymo label on them. And that's the only reason I haven't labeled mine. You can label yours. So light grey granite. Oh, that's better. I forgot to put the light. There you are. Do you like the color of the wheelbarrow? You like something a bit different? That's the good thing with creativity. You can. There's no wrong. It could be a wheelbarrow from Mars. It doesn't matter. Now the dark, I'm just adding because the under part of the wheelbarrow is going to be darker, and then the lights from here, because I'm just assuming it's just one. It could be from here, but I'm just in my head. Then I might even add, I don't know, a touch of pebble path to make that a little bit light pebble path, just to make that a little bit darker. How pretty is this wheelbarrow? I love it. I am no gardener. Don't get me wrong. Don't even think I'm a gardener. That is not anything I'm trying to portray. I have no idea about gardening. I will kill a plant just looking at it. I'm just no good. But for some reason, I like stuff like this, and I'm going to use light pebble path here. Then we'll try dark grey granite towards the end. So there's a bit of shading there. It's very minimal. Dark grey granite here. And light, I'm going over the actual stamp, light pebble path. Light pebble path here at the base, and then I'm going, because that's the stand at the back, and dark pebble path towards the top. So that's going to be a bit darker than the one at your front. Dark pebble path all the way there. Dark, light. I'm going to add a bit of dark grey granite here. Don't know whether you can see the variation there, but you can perhaps see a bit better. You can probably see that right there, that change. Maybe a little bit subtle. Light pebble path. To make the blend, just go over your pebble path with your dark grey granite and go around the corner and just do a touch of pebble path there. Blend that in. I'll do a bit of dark in this little edge here. and go with the light. Sometimes you have to go over it just so you get a nice blend. So that's my wheelbarrow done, I think. I may add a little, as I see things, I'm just adding just a bit of, you can use your imagination, add a bit of greenery here and there. I just want some fullness. And I might go a bit with this all right, now that's done. We will do some die cutting. So we've got our wheelbarrow die, which we need to, you can die cut. Now, I'm going to tell you a tip, but I'm not doing it. This is die cut before you color. Give me a second. I'm just going to get some washi tape. Because imagine if you color like all this and then you die cut and it, like the die slips or something. Then you go, oh. So die cut before you color. But the reason I prefer sometimes doing it like this is only because you have a bit more room to hold onto your cardstock and just work with things. That's why I find it. So I'm going to set that aside while I work on some things with the card and do some other die cutting as well. But I do have another bit that I need to die cut. So we're going to be using the Everyday Labels dies, which everyday details, not everyday labels, everyday details dies. So this is, I'm going to show you how it die cuts. I know. So you get a whole host of these dies in the set. There's some circles, there's some borders. Some do die cut with like this, which when I show you, it's like a double die. Some die cut as one die, but most of them have this like a double frame, which you can get like a 2-for-1 deal. Just bringing in my die cutting machine. And my plates. If you would like to order any products, just you can contact me. If you don't want to order online, that's fine. I appreciate your orders. If you haven't got a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you would like one, I would love to help you. Trust me, I get very happy when I get an order. I'm telling my child because I got an order. It makes me happy. It makes me happy too when I get emails from my customers, when I send a newsletter and my customers reply to me. I love it. Or I say I've been sick and they reply back to me and say, oh, we're sorry to hear you've been sick. Sorry, I'll pull that back so you can see us. That was super close, wasn't it? That die cutting machine. Okay, so now this is how this die cuts. So you could, in essence, cut that into a card base and get a window, or you could cut around this and you'll get another frame, or you could, I could have cut an exact like size and then cutting into it. It's like it's a good, like you get two full. Then I have a piece of designer series paper somewhere here in this pack of stuff, but we can cut another one. I normally put it in an envelope, but believe it or not, I've run out of envelopes. I'm waiting for an order to come in. I have completely run out of envelopes. Just not a good day. Now the Stampin' Up starter kit, if you are looking at an order of $169 or more, I suggest you check out the starter kit. Or if you are a regular or person who regular person, that's just wrong. If you order regularly, definitely worth thinking about. You've got to, like, the starter kit is available all year round. It's a good deal, but it's extra value until the 29th of February because it's a Sale-A-Bration promotion. You always get a bit extra during that time. So option 2 is $169 and you get to choose whatever you want to the value of $286. So you're getting $51 more than you normally do. So you're getting extra product. Option 1, you spend it's $169 as well. You choose $235 value of product, plus you get a glass mat studio. Now, the glass mat studio is valued at $106. So you choose what is best for you. There is no compulsion to do parties, sell, nothing like that. So it's definitely just join for the fun, and that is exactly why I joined. And I can tell you that I had no intention of doing this until my friend said, "Oh, have a class," and now here I am 9 years later. But you can just purchase your products at like a minimum 20% discount. And this is what I said. It moved, right? So I'm going to cut around it, and I'm not going to, I've spent a lot of time on that. But, oh no, I can do this too. I can show you how I sometimes fix it. And you go, oh. But instead of cutting around it, you can adjust it. And this is sometimes what I do. You can move the die down. And I thought I was okay, but clearly I was not. So Rochelle, next time when she cuts this wheelbarrow, will be die cutting first and then colouring and following her own advice. It's just that, so I've just adjusted that, so I'll just have a finer border, I'm hoping. If not, fussy cutting it is, guys. And that's the purpose of a die. And that's not too bad, that's okay. The only bit I want to cut off is this, so it doesn't look wonky. But there's a way, there's always a way to salvage something. I'm not getting rid of my nice Lost Lagoon wheelbarrow. I like it too much. He's just got a fine cut. One thing I can do, and this is me going damage control style, is see how I kind of don't have a edge to that wheel? Just gonna take my pebble pot blend and give it a bit of a edge so it doesn't look so sad. And it kind of, and I will cut on this too, so it sort of looks like it was meant to be like that. Only people who watch this video know that it wasn't meant to be like that. Just trust me, when you put it all together, no one will know. This is what we used to do when I used to do paper tool. You had to, when you cut an image, you had to go around every single image like this. Perfect. Well, not, but we did it. So we've got this little piece. So that is also the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper. One of the sheets. So if you hopped on the other day, you would have seen me share some. So this is the paper. That's the other side. I'm just going through the sheets. I used that on that vintage travel card. That's the one we're using today on the front. And that's the other one. So those are your 12 designs. A Lost Lagoon card base. We're going to have that there. And then I've got a strip of soft sea foam, but I'm going to emboss that. So this is the design that I'm kind of going for. That, something like that. And I'm probably going to put a sentiment somewhere there. Now, well, so I'm thinking of this one, the hello, and this die is from the mini pocket envelope dies. The mini pocket envelope dies is also part of our online exclusives range. So it used to be in a catalog, but now it's moved to that. So that's got some nice little label sort of dies as well. So that would fit perfectly. I'm going to emboss the sentiment on Lost Lagoon in white. And then I can die cut everything together and we can assemble the card. So if the starter kit is something you've been thinking about or you want to know more, please get in touch with me. I'd love to help you. It's good value. You get to try it and you don't have to make any purchases like until June. So you don't, if you don't want to. There are some amounts you have to make like quarterly, but most people make that like just on their own personal purchases. If you're making, like, if you're purchasing, if you're a crafter, you would. But if you join now, you don't even have to do anything till June. You just get to try it, don't like it, keep the starter kit, and go back to being a customer. If you like it, continue and enjoy your discount. It's not a risk. That's why it's nothing to lose. Okay, I'm just going to heat set this. This is a heat tool. Okay. That's kind of a nice, neat fit. I like that. It's fun. I picked another oval, but that is from the All That Dies, but that is a little bit different and bigger. It's funny how you can have ovals and different types of ovals. So let's die cut this, and then we'll emboss that other little soft foam panel as well. And if you are able to join me at 2:30, come join me in the classroom on Gigs for my Hello There class. Well, I didn't kind of realize this is hello too, so I kind of just picked the sentiment. I just felt it fit the size of the project. Let's move. But that's a little bit of a fresh vintage, I would say. It's a vintage, the one I'm doing, but it's a fresh look. So we've got my little hello. And then we'll emboss my soft foam panel. I'm using the time-worn type embossing folder. There's different, if you haven't used the stamping gun emboss machine or any machine like this, it's it cuts out and it embosses, and you get like you have to use different shims for the different sandwiches, which is called a sandwich. So different plates. You can add that straight, or I embossed it for some texture, and there are words there, so it's hard to pick it, but I just look for one letter that would give me a hint that I'm right side up. Then I'm going to bump that right up to the end. I'll use stamping dimensionals to pop these up. I'll add one in the center so it doesn't, it's probably going to hold that wheelbarrow, so I just want it to be fairly secure. Might just cut that down a bit because I missed it, that's all. But I think that's fine. So, what do you think, guys? Let me know. Is this your style of card? Do you like this florally, very florally card? Just gonna put something on that, maybe, no I won't. I was thinking I might need something there, maybe a little bit, just on this part. Most of it will overhang. Let's just, yeah. I love the Lost Lagoon wheelbarrow. Like, that can go there. Now, couple more things. I felt it needed something that looked a bit, what is it? The soft seafoam strip was just like stand outish a bit. So I thought if we put like something to balance it in color, if you know what I mean, like even though I've got soft seafoam here, I just felt it just was too much. So I've got a strip of the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. It's just use whatever bit you've got. And I'm just going to cut a banner using the banner sticker punch. So this cuts your 3 different sizes on each side. So that's 6 banners basically. And I'm going to layer that. And I think that ties in the colors. Like a little bit better. Maybe a little more. What do you think? Just by offsetting that, the balance of colors are better. Right. Now I've got some embellishments and I've got linen thread because linen thread just goes with everything. And I didn't know what I wanted to use with embellishments, so let's see. So I pulled out a couple. And I think linen thread might go with this project, but we'll see. Just had that feel about it. Thinking, do I put it up there maybe? Let's see. Just getting 2 lengths. I've probably got too much, but sometimes if I do too little, it's a bit tricky. Alright, so I'll cut it in half. I'll tie my bow and then I'll work out where I want to put it. I think Stampin' Up will have to keep linen thread forever. I love it. See, that's only got one end, hasn't it? Yeah. Just didn't feel right. Okay. Now, should I put it there? This one feels really short. I don't like that. Why is it so short? That's quite cute there. Oh, somewhere there. I prefer to have a longer end, so I'm going to cut one. One's really long and one's short. I don't know how I managed to do that. See, I told you, I always get something weird happening. See, it's not that much shorter. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Playing tricks with my mind. Maybe it's just how I'm tying the bow. That might even be nice there. And a nice big bow. Right, so I'm just going to go with that. What do you reckon? There, no, here. As I put it, I go, no, not there. Glue dot. So I'm just sort of folding the glue dot just a little bit so it gets hidden. And we'll just tuck that in there. Just measure those tails a bit. That one might need a bit of cutting. I think the neutral ones might be better. That's why it takes so long to make a card, because I've got to make decisions. Clear. I think I'll stick it there. There. And there, maybe. Thanks for being patient while I'm going through my thought process here. I think it's nicer there. Oh, that's too much. Same. I'll leave it there. I've got to hold it back to see what it's doing. Okay, let's call it a day there. What do you think? I think the sparkles are nice, aren't they? It's a bit very shimmery. Those sparkles are called adhesive, well, there you go, adhesive back sparkle gems. So they are sparkly. Hi Fiona. I kind of decided this morning that I was doing a live, and I'll be back at 3:30. So I've got my class at 2:30 on Geeks, and I'll be back at 3:30 for a live today. So come and see what I make. And I haven't decorated the inside, but I will probably put some DSP, and there's no unrelated because, as I said, I've run out of unrelates. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for seeing my creative process as I crafted through this. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good Saturday, and I hope you can join me for my other classes today. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.